Welcome back. New broadcast. Apologies. Think some things cut out, and it's been a crazy afternoon. A little recap for you. A grand slam from Webb on the Braves brought home Stallings, Garris, and Buchanan tack on 4 more runs. They now have a 7-1 lead. Kai Burdick still on the mound, facing Maley, the catcher, with a 1-1 count. Patrick Chapman still in the booth with me. Our social media team should be directing you to this feed shortly, so if you're not already here, hopefully you get here soon. Apologies that we had to start a new one. Count 2-1 now to Maley. Kai Burdick still searching for the third out. 2-1, popped up. Infield coming in, making the call and the catch. TJ Rogers, but he can't get there. Falls over. And Maley going to reach base. Train still cannot find that third out.
Yeah, I think when he got up to the mound there, he tripped on the hill and just didn't work when he tried to step back. So we just got word from downstairs. After that grand slam home run by the Braves, so the score is now 7-1, unfortunately, for the Braves. After that grand slam home run, apparently the athletic trainer, Patrick Reynolds, was tossed. Not quite sure what the reason is. It could have been someone in the bullpen yelling and they didn't know who it was, so they tossed the trainer. But that's the word that we have from downstairs. So very odd situation here. That makes the third member of the Big Train staff or team to be tossed today.
Yeah, tension's high at Shirley Povich this afternoon here in Game 1. 2-0 count now to Morgan. The Train had a really tough loss on Sunday at DC, rebounded so well against the Crop Dusters and the Giants this week, but Braves just really making a push here. 2-0 in the zone, 2-1 now to Morgan.
I would think it's against league rules to kick the trainer out because you do need a trainer
Yeah,
at the game.
I know.
It's very odd.
3-0, a pickoff attempt from Clay Wargo, but Maley going to make it back safe.
It's a good idea. That throw is just a little high to Peyton.
Yeah, Schultz had to hop up for that one. He made the catch, but again, Maley able to dive in there. So now a 3-1 count for Burdick to Morgan. He fires the 3-1 in full count.
It's a good pitch inside. Got the top corner.
Burdick readying. The 3-2, swing and a miss. That'll make it 3 outs for Kai Burdick. All 3 of those Ks, but a grand slam from Miles Webb gives the Braves a 7-1 lead. The Train with a bit more catching up to do when we come back in the bottom of the 5th. Welcome back. Bottom of the fifth. Substitution. Jason Schiavone out, and Sean Lane going to be the new DH for the Big Train. Still Max Moore on the mound. He has been having quite the afternoon. 6 Ks, 3 hits, and just 1 run. A huge top of the fifth for the Braves. I think that's the first grand slam I've seen this season.
I think it was. We almost saw one against the Crop Dusters when we won that game 3-0. And that, I think, was the first time that we saw a grand slam this season.
Yeah. One out, Sean Lane flew out to center. Apologies for those of you at home. It seemed the camera froze, but should be okay now. It's moving on our end and hoping it will be moving on yours. Luke Nowak at the plate with a 2-1 count. We have not had this many tech issues in a while, and I'm so sorry for that. I think by this point we'd have it down, but some things we just can't control. 2-2 now to Nowak.
Well, luckily, Wi-Fi is something we can control.
True.
And that appears to have been fixed.
I think it's the double headers that have been causing a lot of problems. The heat has not been tech friendly. Trying our best. Full count now to Nowak.
And prior to the start of this half inning, we saw Galvin Morris, Coach G, down there talking to the home plate umpire. Sounds like there's still a lot going on down there, so we may see some more ejections by the end of this game or even in the next game.
Yeah, again, 7 innings in this one and 7 in the next. That one chopped to the second baseman, throws it over to first, and that'll be the second out. Quick back-to-back outs for Max Moore, and it'll be up to DM Jefferson to try and make something happen here for the Train. He is the lone run on the board for Bethesda, a big homer in the bottom of the first.
I'm a big DM Jefferson fan. Graduate of St. John's in D.C. Great school.
Really? You think
yeah,
so?
Great school.
2 St. John's boys on this team.
That's
3
right.
if we want to count you.
Schiavone is also on went to St. John's. Yeah, that's right.
0-1 swing and a miss, count 0-2 to DM. Yeah, DM, a Bethesda native, went to St. John's College High School, played high school baseball with Jason Schiavone, roamed the same halls as Patrick Chapman. 0-2, low, ball 1 in the dirt.
I was talking with his dad the other day and said that he knew some of the guys who I used to play with hockey.
Hockey?
Yeah.
I think DM is the year below us.
That's right, yeah.
The 1-2, well hit deep into left field, and a huge catch for the Braves coming from, right field, Boone. So that'll be a 1-2-3 inning for Metro SoCo. The Train still down 7-1. When we come back, it'll be Suarez leading off for the Braves. Welcome back. Top of the sixth, Kai Burdick off the mound, and in is the Hokie Jackson Ritchie, one of our two relief Ritchies.
That's
Anyways,
right, Eric Ritchie's the other one.
Yeah,
That's
there's
right.
one's Ritchie, Eric Ritchie E-I-E, Jackson Ritchie E-Y. And Joe Suarez at the plate for the Braves. Huge last offensive go at it for them. Tacked on 4 runs on a grand slam from Miles Webb. Jackson Ritchie going to hope to keep their bats at bay here as they lead 7-1. Ritchie, first pitch, ball. Suarez 0 for 2 at the plate today. Ritchie fires the 1-0. That one hit deep into center field. No walk, tracking it, makes the catch. Out number 1. So again, it's a doubleheader afternoon here at Shirley Povich. This is the second to last inning of this game. It's going to be 2 7-inning games. Second one will start at 7 p.m. or 30 minutes after the second one ends, whichever is later. Yes?
Yes, that's correct. Yep. Tonight is Star Wars night, so hopefully we'll be able to turn it around for the second game, have a little fun, everybody. Maybe tempers will go down a little bit for all sides, umpires, Braves, big train, and hopefully we'll have a good fun game in the second one.
Some good, clean family fun, like we always have at Shirley Povich.
We've already seen a couple fans walk in. We saw Baby Yoda walk in.
Nice. That's
a little
great.
2-year-old girl was dressed as Baby Yoda.
That's so cute.
We had 2 Sith Lords walk in.
Okay.
I think same group, yeah. So
they're ready to go.
looks like people are ready to go and have some fun. So
Yeah, you're hoping the fans get rowdy in a respectful way. Some respectful rowdiness. Count 2-1 now from Jackson Ritchie to Boone, back to the top of the order. Ritchie I've been very impressed with him in his performances this season in relief. The 2-1, fouled back, count evens. Do we have a special script for Star Wars night?
We do, yeah.
Okay.
One of our interns, Ray Ash, did a lot of work on it, and
Awesome.
I think I have it. Yes, in my pocket right here. Have quite a bit going on. We're gonna have pod racing, which should be fun.
The 2-2 grounded to Felix, over to Schultz at first, and that'll be the second out.
We're gonna have pod racing. I believe that is replacing the musical chairs tonight.
Got it.
We're going to have a lightsaber battle.
Oh,
which
nice.
should be a lot of fun.
Are you going to participate?
I am not sure yet.
Okay.
I have a Jawa mask that I brought.
I know. Go look at the Instagram story. A little tease of what's to come in game 2.
Yeah, unfortunately, you are able to see my face in that. That will not be the case when we get later in the night. That's the whole point of the Jawa mask.
First pitch into Stallings. Count 1-0 Stallings. 3 for 3 today. I don't know what a Jawa is, to be honest.
Oh, really? Oh, they're
No.
the little creatures that they wear like the all brown overalls, and they just have the yellow eyes.
Another single for Stallings. He makes it 4 for 4. I believe that's 4 singles in a row. So Ritchie cannot complete the 1-2-3 inning, and Keegan Garris going to come up to bat.
Looks like when that ball was hit, Petre lost it about halfway through. I think that the sun is causing some problems, even though it's facing the other way. I think that it's kind of hard to see with the reflections of helmets and all that going on.
Again, and it's just so hot. I know that the guys were quite tired and hot after Wednesday's doubleheader, and today no different. It's a much earlier start than they're used to as well. That one hit well into center field. A base hit for Keegan Garris sends Stallings into scoring position, and this inning's still not over.
Ritchie almost had a handle of that. He got his glove up, just missed the ball.
Now Buchanan coming up to bat for the Braves. Braves currently 11-15, the number 5 team in the league right now. They've beat the Train before. It was a brutal 2-0 game at South County. First pitch low for ball 1 to Buchanan. Ritchie, the 1-0, swing and a miss, count 1-1.
Good pitch by Ritchie there.
Yeah.
It is crazy to think that we're just getting down to the last 2.5 weeks of the season.
I know. I'm like sad, so sad.
Yeah, I am not looking forward to going back to school. Not at all.
The 1-1, swing and a miss again, count 1-2. Not looking forward to going back to school?
Not at all, no.
I have so many friends going abroad, and so I'm also not super looking forward to it because I'm going to be watching Northwestern football. We'll see how that goes.
At least you have football.
True,
Yeah.
That's true. It's Big Ten football. Found out I'm going to Penn State. Going to call the game there. Down looking Buchanan. That's the first K for Jackson Ritchie. Great stuff from him to get himself out of a little jam with 2 runners on. Score still 7-1 as we enter the bottom of the 6th. Welcome back. Now batting for the Train is Emilian Petre. Still Max Moore on the mound. He is having himself an afternoon. Unsurprising to see him still up there. The Train just 3 hits and 1 run. A homer from DM Jefferson. That one fouled off. A 1-1 count now for Petre. That one well hit by Emilian. Tracking back is the center fielder, and he makes the catch. Madden with the out there, and Peyton Schultz comes up to bat.
I'm surprised you can see that.
Yeah, I mean, it looks a bit shadier out in center field, but the sun is coming down strong, especially in the infield.
Might have a little bit to do with the fact that I got kind of a dirty window in front of me as well.
True. We always put the play-by-play person on this side because
It's a good idea.
need the visibility. Schultz smacks that one into center field as well. Madden aggressively calling that one, comes in, makes the catch, back-to-back outs. Now it'll be up to John Kramer to try to make something happen here with 2 outs. Again, this is just the second to last inning. The Train have a chance to put something on offensively. Fouled back.
Trying to jam him inside.
Swing and a miss there. Count 0-2. I mean, Max Moore has just been so impressive for the Braves.
Has he done the whole game
Yeah,
so far?
he's
Wow.
been in the whole game.
It's pretty impressive, actually.
The 0-2 to Kramer. That one hit out to left field. Coming in is Garris. He makes the catch, and that's a 1-2-3 inning. 3 fly balls to the outfield, and the Train cannot make anything happen. Moore continues his impressive performance. Still 7-1 in favor of the Braves. When we come back, they'll be at bat. Top of the 7th, leading off for the Braves is the center fielder Quinn Madden, and it's still Jackson Ritchie on the mound for the Big Train. Train still down 7-1. Not really been able to catch the Braves at bat.
Although it is one thing that I've learned over the years, working for the Big Train, watching them. You know, this is my 6th season, 7 years. There have been lots of great comebacks. So
Yeah.
I am never ruling the Big Train out. 6 runs is very, very possible for them.
We've had quite a few heart attack kind of games this season alone. 1-1, so that one's fouled off. Opening night was a 3-2 win, very
That's
close.
right.
And then I think 2 days later it was another 3-2 win. There was that game in D.C. where they were down 3-1 almost the entire game and then came back in the top of the 9th and won. So
That's right. That was that first 1 o'clock game down there.
like to keep us on our toes. Another foul hit for Madden, count 1-2. So, yeah, you literally never know.
Yeah,
And again, direct opportunity for revenge.
Yeah, never count them out.
Ritchie readying for the 1-2 to Madden. Fires. Ball.
Just messed up. He almost had that call.
Yeah, it was a good pitch, but couldn't quite get there, and now count evens 2-2. Jackson Ritchie has pitched 2 innings of relief for the Train and not given up a run yet. Just 2 hits on the season and 6 Ks in his 2 innings pitched.
I do have to say, credit to the Braves this season. They are much better than they have been in past seasons. You know, I see a few more D1 guys on that list now. I don't think I've ever saw a D1 name on that list a few years ago on that roster.
It's really cool. I feel like this league as a whole is really starting to attract a lot more players. That one, ball 4 with the full count, so a walk for Ritchie.
League's definitely a lot better this year. It's good to see because, you know, last season we had, I think, maybe 6 Mercy Rule games for the Big Train.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that was a little, you know, it was great for the Big Train, but then we got to the point where teams, when they ran out of pitchers, they would have, or not even when they ran out of pitchers, they would just throw, you know, position players to our guys because they wanted to save their pitchers for games that were winnable because they knew that we would just dominate.
Yeah.
It's good to see that. That doesn't seem to be happening this season. I know against the Grays the other day, they threw their top guy against the Big Train. I believe it was it Kai Cummings? I believe it was.
Yeah, he's really good. The 0-1 from Ritchie fouled off.
Looks like it's in play.
It's
There we go.
fair. So Kramer making the catch, gonna chuck it into the infield to make sure that Madden's gonna hold at first, and that'll be first out. I mean, there are a lot of talented guys. The Crop Dusters, a new team this year. They've got quite a few Division I guys. You know, they have a Charleston pitcher, a couple UMD players.
That's right. Yeah.
Did a really good job putting together their roster.
Yeah, and even, you know, Salisbury, D3, they were finalists this year
Yeah.
in the tournament. So, I mean, some of these teams are really starting to get connections with these schools, which is great. You know, the league seems to be getting better again. You know, it definitely, we saw a huge drop-off when the Redbirds left in 2018, after the 2018 season. And then we lost 3 more teams for various reasons as well. I believe the River Dogs.
That one hit into center field. Nowak trying to make a play for it. Cannot. It'll drop back by the wall, and it'll be a double.
Great throw there by Petre.
Yeah, for Maley. Petre chucked that one to Wargo, making sure Madden was going to be left at third, not able to come home. But now 2 runners in scoring position for the Braves. They're just not letting up.
Now batting for the Braves, number 15, Nick Morgan.
Well, I was saying the River Dogs, they left. They were from Loudoun County. There's another Baltimore team, the Baltimore Dodgers.
Okay.
They left, and then the Rockville Express. They dropped down to the MCBL, the Maryland Collegiate Baseball League. So
Got
they're
it.
still around, but they're no longer in the Ripken League. But for 2 seasons we had 6 teams. Um, it became a little bit of a problem seeing the same teams
Yeah.
over and over again. It's nice to see that we're expanding a little bit. We're going to add the 8th team next year, the Senators.
Mhm.
So should be a lot of fun to have more teams coming in.
I think too the Crop Dusters kind of rivaling Povich in the way they've kind of gotten out in the community. They're great crowds when we've been at Olney, and it's quite the production, and
Yeah.
it's a lot of fun.
Big credit to them. I mean, I will always love the Big Train more than any other team, but the Crop Dusters, they make a fun experience. That was fun to attend those games this
Yeah,
year.
I had a lot of fun.
They apparently are going to build some stands. I believe I heard it was 450 stands. They're still going to do that by car ticket.
Yeah.
Each car is $10, but it'll be general admission seating. They're going to have hay bales like in the outfield and
It's
right
really
and left
fun.
field. So they're making a fun experience there.
The 0-2 hit grounded to Felix, thrown over to Schultz, gonna make the tag. That was Morgan, but another run comes home for the Braves. Madden. Now 8-1, 2 outs. I know the guys have enjoyed going there as well. When we were talking, I was talking to some of them when we were there on Monday, and they were like, "This field's kind of fun, and it's like really nice and kind of country vibes," which I think a lot of them like.
Yeah, it was fun, I have to say. It's definitely experience out in Olney. They are really trying. You got to give great credit to them.
In the zone for the first pitch, Richie now facing Morgan.
And some of the other teams, great organizations, but they just don't have the infrastructure and the staff to
Yeah.
put on what the Crop Dusters are doing. And it's been great to see how many people have committed to the Crop Dusters, how many fans they've been getting.
Mm-hmm.
When you start getting all those fans, that's when you get more people feeding into your system to really keep that organization going over the next several years. And that's why the Big Train has been so successful over the last 23 years.
Yeah, it's been really cool to see. I mean, I remember when I was a kid and people were going to Big Train games, and Woodacres Elementary School, which is the first reason I came here, is still doing that. So
Yeah.
it's just really awesome the connections that this team has been able to build.
I believe June 9th, Woodacres came. We had, I think it was like 340 tickets that
Yeah.
we sold to them. So they really showed up to that game. That was very fun to have.
At the plate now, Suarez, 2-2. Richie fires, and down swinging is Suarez. That's out number 3. Top of the 7th, the Braves tack on one more, now lead 8-1, and the Big Train Bats will have one last chance to try mount a comeback here in Game 1 of this doubleheader. Welcome back. Leading off here in the bottom of the 7th for the big train, it's Garrett Felix. And still on the mound for the Braves is Max Moore. He's been having himself quite the afternoon. Going to look for the complete game here. Obviously just a 7-inning game, but still complete because that's what we got this afternoon.
Even 7 innings, you still very, very rarely hear that in summer collegiate baseball.
Yeah, the most we've seen our guys go is 6, and that's not even happening all the time, just when they've had unreal performances. I think we've seen Connor Ball go 6. We've seen Ryan Sanders go 6.
Oh, man, he's fun to watch, Ryan Sanders.
Yeah, Ryan Sanders definitely up there on my favorites to watch this past season.
Yeah, he had a perfect game going in Silver Spring, I believe, and
10 Ks.
10 Ks.
Yeah.
Just incredible performances from him. I think, what was it, Wednesday night, you know, when I was gone,
Yeah.
I heard he went, I think it was 6 innings, only like 1 run, 1 hit.
Yeah,
and
it was just like, it was a home run,
yeah.
and that was it. Completely unfazed. The Giants got sanded. 3-1, now a full count for Garrett Felix. So Moore fighting back after being behind 3-0. The 3-2, well hit by Felix, but grounded to the second baseman and over to first for out number 1. That will bring up TJ Rogers.
Yeah, it looks like the big train won't be able to get it going in this inning. But, hey, there's still another game to go.
There's another game. They don't have to wait to get some revenge on the Braves. It'll happen in just about under an hour. Say we'll probably start a bit after 7 o'clock.
I would imagine about 7:15 because
Yeah.
it's 6:30 right now.
Rogers smacks
good
that
ball.
one into left center field, calling it his Garris. Out number 2. Yeah, well hit ball, but just in position for the left fielder. And now Clay Wargo going to try and spark something for the big train offense, but this one looking like might be all but over, unfortunately. First pitch to Wargo, ball 1.
Big Train getting a little luck last night with an aces loss, which puts them currently 2.5 games behind the Big Train. So that'll help a little bit.
The 1-0 in there for strike 1. Yeah, I saw that. Who'd they lose to?
The T-Bolts.
Wow.
T-Bolts, yeah, who've been struggling a little bit. But
Yeah. The 1-1, did he come around? He did. Count 1-2. Yeah, that does give the train some cushion. Hopefully they can get 1 win out of this afternoon. Wargo pops that one up. Coming in is Madden, and he makes the catch. That'll do it for game 1 of this doubleheader. The Braves get their 12th win of the season, move to 12-15. The Train, their 7th loss, 21-7 now. It was an unfortunate start to the doubleheader for the Big Train, but again, they'll have another 7 innings and a chance to get back in the win column shortly. Patrick, thank you so much for joining me. Unfortunately,
Thank you.
wasn't the most exciting or great performance from the Train, but hopefully it was fun to be in the booth.
it was, yeah.
A little change of scenery for you at Shirley
Yeah,
Povich.
definitely.
So thank you for joining me. When I come back, it'll still be me on play-by-play. Sorry if you're sick of hearing me, but that's how it's got to be. Bennett Solomon, who joined me on Wednesday for game 1, will be back joining me on color for game 2. Hopefully it will be a better game for the Train, but thank you for tuning in. Final score here, 8-1.